everybody has a value.
Yeah.
And it's through teamwork that that value can be harnessed.
Okay.
Any leader needs to be able to harness that value from each of his team members.
Yeah.
So that's why I believe in leadership. I believe in servant leadership,
Yeah.
whereby leaders are there to guide. They are there to make sure that their teams have the capability and skills to succeed in the company.
Apart from the job that you are doing right now, do you have any other projects that you are doing that you are passionate about?
So one of the projects or initiatives that we have right now is
Yeah.
that I was appointed as the advisory director
Okay.
for a project called Tanzania Sales Hub, or Sales Hub Tanzania.
Okay.
So the Sales Hub Tanzania is a platform whereby it brings together sales professionals, entrepreneurs, when it comes to also sales enthusiasts. So you have your youths that are really inspired. They have the aspirations to also do sales in the future.
Okay.
So it's just there for them to collaborate, to learn and connect, because we understand that sales is the cornerstone of any business.
Yeah.
And we want to develop the capabilities and skills for the sales professionals in the country.
Yeah.
And that will also go hand in hand with another initiative called Women in Sales.
Yeah.
We do understand that sales is somehow a cutthroat. It's more of a cutthroat, and in most of the companies you have women not really eager, or they're really not motivated to pursue sales. So Women in Sales will be another platform for women to be able to talk about the challenges that they are facing, and also be inspired by some of the leading women in sales in the country, and also help them navigate the challenges in their careers.
Why should people know how to sell?
So sales is a skill, and it's I would say that it's one of the most important skills, and everybody needs to have it. And not everybody is born knowing how to sell, but you can learn how to sell.
Yeah.
And I remember back in the day when we were taught about, let's say, your way for sales, how you interact with people, what you say, what you don't say to your customers or to your clients. And when it comes to the questions that you also ask your customers. So it's a process when it comes to selling. And those principles in sales actually guide you in your day-to-day life. So to me, sales is really important. And for anybody that you even a bank teller, you should know how to sell. And it cuts across all spheres of life. That in your relationships, as you said, your relationships, you need to know what to say, when to say it, how to say it, and sales gives you that skill. Yeah.
And Sales Hub Tanzania initiative, will it be for everyone or just women? Because I saw you mention that you want more women to know about sales.
Yes.
Yeah.
So Sales Hub is for everyone. Sales Hub Tanzania, it's for everyone. It's just that when it comes to women, they are not, especially in let's say industries that are male dominated. You have that women are really, there are very few women who pursue sales. Because if you're in a male dominated industry, and then in the sales department, you find that even very, very few women will go into sales, because that's it's almost the hardest part about any business. So not a lot of women are motivated to go into sales. So you have very few engineering consultants pursuing sales. You have very few women in sales, let's say in the oil and gas.
Okay.
You have very few women in sales in the alcohol industries.
Yeah.
So those are the people that we say that this is also for you. This is also a safe haven for women to connect and network, and to also be motivated by other salespeople in the industry. So Sales Hub is for everyone.
There's a very famous movie called The Wolf of Wall Street. Have you watched it?
No, I've not.
Yeah, it's a movie played by Leonardo DiCaprio, the main character, but it's a biography for a guy called Jordan Belfort. He was an American who was a salesperson, but in the stock market, especially Wall Street. So he was selling shares to people. Yeah, so he made millions just doing that, selling company shares to different people, mainly in the American economy. So right now, he's a teacher. He does shows all over the world, teaching people how to sell. And he has a very famous question that he approaches people. He always takes out a pen and he gives you, yo, sell me this pen. Yeah, and he wants you to convince him to buy that pen. So that brings me to my question. For someone who doesn't know how to sell at all, how does he sell something? He or she. Let's say he wants to sell this phone, this iPhone. What's the process?
Okay, so the first thing that you need to know is you need to know your product. What is it that you're selling? And for some, you might want to start with a product. For some, if you're, let's say, employed, you need to know your products first, because you sometimes do not have influence over the product.
Yeah.
For those who are, let's say, innovating a product, before you
Okay.
sell, you then have to understand your market. You need to understand the market dynamics, the consumers that you're going to sell the product to.
Yeah.
And then once you know your product, once